Bang, bang, bang.
Here's all the pieces we need to mount a sway bar on a TD or a TF down here. MGB spring pans. You'll notice the difference. I've got a larger opening here and a flange down here for the sway bar link. Same dimensionally, the pan arms.
Did you drive your car a lot this summer then?
Dimensionally are the same. The difference is it's got a large heavy gusset welded in here and a large hole which will match up with this hole for the link. These are MGB links. They're handed. Right and left. You can see where they're off camber slightly.
Oh really? Yeah, he didn't make it back to Seattle.
We'll put some new bushings in while we're in here. These happen to be urethane. Much better than the stock rubber stuff that's available today.
Yep.
The MGB GT V8 bushings with a metal sleeve in there work pretty well. I'm not sure about the quality of their rubber today. These urethane bushings should outlast Ed and me put together. You need 8 of those if you're going to replace those while you're at it. Now's the time to do it because we'll have to disassemble the pans and the arms while we put this link in. This is a stock MGB sway bar. This one happens to be 5/8.
Yeah, give it a...
Right off the shelf from any MGB supplier. You can get heavier ones. I don't recommend it. They also had a 9/16, which is stock. Originally with the bars. They do just fine if you come across one of those. These have a metal link. You can knock those out if you want, put urethane in, to provide a little bit softer ride. We're going to stick with these because that's what Ed's got. These pieces also off the shelf from any MGB supplier. These will be the locating pieces for the sway bar. This is a metal bracket. We're going to have to drill some holes on TD, and you'd have to for TF also to locate the bar. They'll go around the bar and locate it. There's 2 of those.
You don't remember what the sizes?
A couple of bolts. Also comes from Moss or MGB suppliers. For some reason they don't supply the nut, so I had to send Ed out to get some nuts and some lock washers for these. Same with the nuts and bolts for these mounting points. Went down to the hardware store and picked these up. Last item you need is some clamp assemblies. They'll lock the sway bar into the place so it doesn't slide back and forth when it runs up against these bushings. Originally these pieces are cast. These look to be stamped. I'm sure they'll be just fine. There's other pliers over in the drawer if you want some bigger stuff, or you can use screwdrivers to push those out.
Alright. The hammer. Oh, this one's coming pretty easy. It was something else, and that's a long-established Mexican place that moved in there. Let's see, I gotta dig which one. I finally got it. I pulled the top pin out. Yeah.
All we're looking to do is once we get that shock arm off the rubber, we come up off it, we kind of compress the spring to where we've actually got a little free play now in the bolts.
Okay.
So all we need to do now is we need to remove this bolt down here on the lower, no, not, we're going to leave tie rod and
This one here.
Yeah, just remove that. That's a big difference. Does it?
Yeah. Man, it's still too big. Either that or it's
Too big?
either that or it's turning back here. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's too big, I guess. One more. That's safe to do because we got this track over here, right?
Well, the spring's compressed, so we wouldn't be able to tap this back
Right.
if we didn't have the
Right.
compression on the spring.
Right.
So we want to get the Put the nut back on there so we don't booger up the threads or make an attempt not to booger up the threads.
Right, okay, I wouldn't have thought of that. Good idea. Back side. Alright. Where's the shop towel?
And then just slide right on out.
Great.
Okay. Pressure, the arm's going to come down.
Okay.
Spring's not going to fly out, but just to make sure it doesn't, you should stay out of the way.
Yeah. Alright, let me ask you this. This spring pan,
Yes.
that can go all the way to the... How far down will that go before the spring falls out?
Well,
I don't
a
remember.
lot of times the spring won't fall out. It'd be nice if it does. It makes it easier to get it apart.
Oops. Look pretty greasy. These are gloves of the master. Is there something above that? I don't
There's
remember.
up inside there's a locating plate, but there's no big
But
deal.
that's screwed in.
This just slides over. This is all just slide fitting. Okay. Set that over on the table over here.
It's great. Got it?
Okay. Okay, next step is to take all the nuts and bolts and off of this pan arm, because we got to get this off of here.
Okay.
Take all that stuff off.
Probably this comes off the back, so we have to take these off first.
Take the nuts off. We won't be able to get them off. It has to be assembled together on this arm unless we want to pull this arm off, and we don't want to pull the arm off. So take all
Do these first?
Take all these loose. Get them all out. Don't lose any of the pieces.
Yeah, or lose it. Oh. Watch your hand.
Can't quite get it, but it's too tight for me, that one is.
Well, there is a logic to why the bolt head's on the inside. What was that logic? I know it's supposed to be. That's how I did it. Doesn't seem right, but... Alright. Put greasy stuff over here.
Sure.
Nuts and bolts.
Two over here.
I've got a pretty high-tech helper here,
Yeah.
you know?
I was surprised Bill showed up.
Yeah. Don't get your hands dirty. I got it. Let's see, is there a washer or
There's a big
anything?
washer on the outside.
Is that a washer? Yeah, it is. Alright.
It'll take more than that, I think, a screwdriver or something.
Well, this one just fell off. Something to pry it off with. Where's that little pry bar? No, that's tapped it. Two of those. Just put them on that table over there. All right, now what?
Get that one off. Just work it back and forth and slide it off.
Is that okay? Wow, yeah. Well,
Okay, there you go.
Wet all over that. All right. Where's the other one over here? Okay. Where'd the other one of these go?
Okay, here's the difference in the pan arms. This is the pan arm that came off of the TV. They're the same front and back. They're also the same arm that would be on the back side of an MGA or MGB. And again, here's the difference with the new one. You can see the gusset. You can see the hole location's also slightly different. Dimensionally, other than that, they're the same.
Is that? Which is my old one? This one?
You're gonna reuse.
A hip joint, isn't it?
Well, it's not that much different, I guess, but
I've got videos of my wife's hip surgery.
We got company.
Boy, I'm sending little British cards.
Okay, where's that other socket? Take that other socket and hold it over here. Okay, you want to hold it centered?
Which way? That way?
Either way. Well, I'll tell you, I'd rather have it this way. Just hold it right there.
Got it. Yeah, it's hooked up.
slipped.
Morning.
Hey, Darren, how you doing?
Good. How about you?
Doing well, thanks.
Okay, start turning it.
You're in town getting an oil change. I just
Where's my
figured I'd
safety
stop by real
glasses?
quick, say hi.
You didn't tell me you wanted to change oil. Where you
That
got
thing
to
popped
Yeah,
out of there.
yeah.
Paranoid. Hold it, yeah.
Doing good.
This shouldn't pop out of there.
Shouldn't.
No.
Lots of them shouldn't.
Yeah, it makes a huge
This is-
difference in one of these.
Oh man, made a huge difference on my midget. Couldn't believe it.
Handle. Just keep going, huh?
Doing all right. Pushing that thing out of there.
It's gonna come out into the other socket. There it goes. Hey!
Probably easy
Getting
now.
this on film.
Go till it stiffens up again.
Where's the camera, man?
Trying to find an angle here for
It's going in.
You're about ready to hinge there.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
move
probably good.
Move it further over that way.
Take it out. Here we got.
You gonna try it again?